And welcome back to the Business Spotlight. My guest today is Jeff Pickering. Jeff Pickering is a CPA with a master's in taxation in the DFW area. Jeff and I have known each other for a number of years. We have actually done radio together. And so in this segment, Jeff, I want to talk about how somebody can connect to you and what the process is when you begin to welcome somebody in as a new client.
Okay, so the best way is to call our office, 972-378-5200.
And that's, I think, probably, there it is on the screen.
Okay, great. That number. Okay, that's the easiest way to connect to us. Also, Jeff at PickeringCPA.com, Pickering spelled just like on the screen, CPA.com. That's our main email. And, you know, for business owners, we give a free consultation. It lets us, you know, get to know each other, see if you like us, if we like you, if we want to do business together. So that's the best way to get things started.
Now, you generally every year you send me a questionnaire that kind of gets me organized, or at least my wife and I, and she probably more than me. I'm kind of a disorganized one.
Yeah. So if you want a free organizer, we'll send that to you as well. It helps people get organized, as you said, and it may keep you out of trouble.
Now, the shoebox is not the ideal method of delivery. I mean, we shouldn't just bring all our stuff and go here.
You know, I'm not really tough on my clients. That some people do bring in shoeboxes, some bring in cartons of stuff. Just know that if you bring stuff in, we're going to look at it. So, no personal stuff that you don't want us to see.
I'm not even going to go there. I would love to just tackle that, but I'm not. I'm going to leave that alone and go.
People bring in all kinds of things.
Yeah, so. I would not doubt at all. So, because this is going to be out on the internet and it's going to be out for a long time, I want to really deliver some value, some keys. Like if somebody's a business owner, this last year there was some changes.
Yes.
There are probably 3 or 4 things that you could tell somebody that would be high value that they better make sure that they have in place, that they bring to you or to their CPA.
Right. So the you know, a couple of changes. I mentioned in the last segment a little bit about bonus depreciation, which is something to be aware that you may have had a bonus depreciation event, so you got to review your stuff. We have a couple of Obamacare taxes that are coming in, and you really need to take a hard look at what's going on in your tax situation to see if there's a way to avoid those, and there are some ways to avoid those. So there's the 3.8% Medicare tax and 0.9% additional Medicare contribution, as if it's your choice.
Right.
It's not your choice. So those taxes, their increases, they actually were planned in 2010, but now it's you know, Obamacare is a ticking time bomb of tax increases, and one of the bombs has gone off this year, which is 2013.
Now, what about the estate tax? I know there was a transition, there was a change in estate taxes. That used to be that they anything over $250,000, and then it was like 0 for 10 years. And
right. The biggest change that we see for estate taxes is the portability of the unified credit. So that was a big relief to all the people in the estate tax area. Still, we see there may be a need for bypass trusts for asset protection purposes. So for those of you who have, you know, who think you're out of the woods for estate tax, you may want to take another look again.
Well, I imagine that that's a huge change with some of the things that are coming there. Forecasting, you said you work with people for the next few years. Since you've seen this type of stuff before with the Clinton days. Right. What are 2 or 3 things that they should be looking forward to planning for?
Well, the main thing is, you know, with these big tax rates, we're going to see more scams. We're going to see some tax shelters that are going to pass muster, and we're going to see some tax shelters that basically are just going to be, you know, disregarded, and you know, they're not going to pass. So the main thing you need is if you're engaging in some of these transactions, because you know, tax rates are going up. Everybody's trying to get an edge and get an edge on the taxes. you need to have a second set of eyes to make sure you don't get into something foolish, and if you're getting into something, to make sure you're getting into something that's going to pass muster.
And it's, I mean, to me, it's the old adage, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. The hard part was, I remember I have friends that were bitten by things that passed the muster on the first run during the Clinton days, but then got shot in the head to the point that there was leveraged taxation.
Right, yeah.
Do you think that's going to happen again?
Probably. You know, Congress, they try to do things, but they forget big pieces of the tax code. And then somebody will take what Congress says and kind of twist it a little bit, and that's where people get in trouble. So I'm sure that as long as we have congressmen, you'll need some help trying to figure out what the heck they mean.
Which sends people to you. And how do they get a hold of you again?
972-378-5200.
Yeah, that's their phone. Just get them on the phone.
Right.
Get the ball rolling. Talk to them. Now, if people are in Houston or other parts of the country, can they still use you?
You know, we have clients even from overseas.
Really?
Yeah, we do clients. I have clients in other countries that I actually haven't met personally. Would like to someday. So we can do a lot over the internet. And some people actually come to us from other international websites on the internet.
I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, I look at where the reach of the Business Spotlight is now, very much international. We're covering about 50,000 video links is how many we've got now. So we got a big reach. Okay. And so with that, I know that if you're a business owner and you want to get your message out, you should call me. You should talk to me. If you're a business owner and you need your taxes done, you should call Jeff. And this is the Business Spotlight. We'll see you next week, same bat time, same bat channel. We'll talk to you all then. Thanks again.